Hi, my name is Rachel. I am half Danish and half black. My father, Roger, is a tech surgeon who works in the U.S. Air Force, making maps. My mother, Nella, immigrated to Portland, Oregon. She was originally from Denmark, but decided to migrate to a new city to practice her English. Family problems developed when my father began drinking heavily and being abusive with violent behaviors. More, including me and my siblings, then moved to Portland, Oregon to start a new life. As time goes by, I clearly remember the time when Moore, Robbie, my baby sister, and Ariel were all on the top of the roof, overlooking the view of the neighborhood. Robbie was afraid and wants to head back inside of the building. Moore pushed us closer and closer to the edge of the rooftop. There is sadness in her eyes as she tells us that there are some things that she cannot protect us from, and that by jumping off the roof, we would have to stay as a family forever. We all jumped, Robbie first, then my mother, with Ariel in her arms. When I jumped, I landed on top of them. Moore, Robbie, and Ariel are dead. I lived but had to stay in the hospital for some time.
I was able to make a full recovery. Grandma comes to take me to her house to live with her. She happens to be the first black woman to buy a house in the neighborhood. She is also strict and very religious. I would be forced to go to the church with her on Sundays. Whenever I ask about Moore, Grandma doesn't even mention anything because she hates her. I am different. I am an outsider. Tamika, one of the popular girls in my class, would always pick on me. I would turn to my Aunt Loretta for help. Aunt Loretta is my role model. I wanted to be just like her when I grow up. One day, Aunt Loretta had an accident. She had to go to the hospital. She ended up dying because she became sick from the medications given to her from the doctors. A few weeks after Aunt Loretta's death, Durrow, her boyfriend, gave me a book that was in Aunt Loretta's belongings. He said it belonged to my father. The book is called Black Skin, White Mask by Frantz Fanon. After the death of Aunt Loretta, Grandma and I had many arguments and soon became distant. We lived under the same roof, but did not talk to each other. One day, Grandma shows me her coin collection. She tells me to sort out the coins according to years. The old coins worth a lot of money. She gives me a nickel with the year that my father was born in.
I have dated a few boys during the time, Anthony Miller and John Bailey. My relationship with both of them were staggering. I was Anthony's fake girlfriend because he already had a girlfriend. John would always make fun of me and we would get into fights. When I told Durrow, Aunt Loretta's boyfriend, about this, he invited me to help out in his workplace, the Salvation Army Center. He says that this would help me get my mind off boy troubles. During my first visit, I met Jesse, who is an intern. He's very rich, so I don't understand why he's volunteering his time into helping drug addicts and the less fortunate. I also met Brick, who is a janitor here. He's very talented in playing the harmonica and piano. I was invited to go to the carnival with Brick because he has never been to one before. During the time when we're there, he tells me about my father and everything that happened in my family. He witnessed the night of death of Moore, Robbie, and Ariel. I finally understand the complete story of my family. After a while, Brick and I met again. He tells me that he's going back to his hometown to find his mother. As a goodbye present, I give him the nickel that Grandma gave me. We were sitting nearby a water fountain. He takes the nickel and throws into the fountain. We both made wishes.